Libras. What it do, baby boo. Now, welcome to BroomstickFairy for the newbies, for the OBs. What's up? And welcome to your July reading. I'm just gonna get straight into it. Okay, Libs. Now, it's a few different messages here. Don't shoot the messenger. Okay, so you've got, this is a love reading. It's general, so it's not going to apply to all of you wonderful beings of sorts. Okay, you've got the chaos in reverse, and you've got medicine woman or the sister of the high priestess in the traditional decks. Then you've got father of fire or king of fire, and then you got four of earth or four of pentacles, which is security in this deck, and it's reversed. Okay, so what do I feel like these stories are telling me here? Well, being that this is a love reading, I feel like some of you may have been receiving information intuitively from the high priestess energy regarding a fire sign. I'm one of them tarot readers. I really hate to dish out signs, especially when I watch other tarot readers and I'm gonna say, oh, there may be this sign, oh, there may be that sign. I'm like, well, you just mentioned all the signs. So I try not to do it, but I would just do it on this one. So father of fire, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, or someone who embodies one and who is just passionate, fiery, lustful creatures. And yeah, so what I was saying was, you guys may be ignoring your intuition regarding a certain, just because it's, and this is a gender neutral reading, because it's a gender reading, the neutrals are also gender. I mean, the genders are also neutral. So this could be a queen of fire or mother of fire, okay? But I feel like the underlying tone of the message is, for some of you, that you may be ignoring your intuition about this person for some time, but I feel like it's been for some time because the fire is under the bridge, and you got the this is the Tower card. So just imagine what the Tower card looks like upright in the traditional decks for those tarot lovers like moi. But even as you see the fire and stuff like that, but with it in reverse, it's like there's no shock, there's no sudden shock. This situation has been brewing underneath the surface for some time now. So just take the necessary steps to make the inevitable changes and stop trying to prolong them. If spirit has been giving you a certain nudge about someone, it could be minor, it could be not so minor, which is unfortunate for some. I feel like you may question the sincerity of this person, and if you don't, you may need to, because if the high priestess isn't talking about following intuition, it could mean that's, where the hell is she? It could mean secrets, okay? Someone is withholding some sort of secret. Then for those of you who are still in established bond, the message can also be, if that's not the case, if no one's hiding any secrets, so don't go knocking on your lovers, calling on the bathroom door saying, who is it? Does a little example, but those of you that those ain't the scenarios, I feel like financially problems maybe have brewing beneath the surface, or like slowly boiling and slowly cooking up and slowly becoming a problem in your relationship. And I say that I only see this as a problem because of the fact that this was in reverse and the fact that the chaos card popped up. Because if not, and if you would have just received these two, then that would have been okay. But so yeah, the message is definitely for some of you that there may be finances, there may be some. Sorry. And then also the situation can also be where the intimacy. Intimacy may be a problem between you two, and how much actual affection and dedication goes that one or both of you are putting into this union or this situation. You may feel like you're threatened, or like your security is threatened by something of some sort. If it's not a person, it could just be the behavior of this. If it's not an actual third party or fourth party, fifth party, or whatever, maybe it just could just be the fact of this person and how their attention span, or how they may show you little attention or not enough that you may want. And those of you who are single, I feel like this may mean that you are harboring a secret for someone that you possibly have been admiring and had your lustful eyes on for some time. You may have like this crush and you have yet to make it known to this person. And this person can be someone you work with, because the father of fire is very much into the creative field, or the practical field, the tangible. He's very charismatic. He's always doing something like with his hands, or creating something and starting fire, getting things going, starting the spark kind of thing. So you may be holding your secrets from that. This is like one of my favorite cards. I love this card so much. Yeah. And if you don't work with this, you may be like holding your feelings in like a giggly schoolboy or a schoolgirl, and not confessing. But I definitely feel like it's been brewing for some time. And I say that because this card can also mean like withholding feelings, and keeping them to yourself. But you definitely have like some goo goo gaga mushy gush eyes over someone, single Libras. And it's been brewing for some time, and the fire has been burning in your bandits or in your drawers for some time for this person. You may even admire the jobs that they do. Whatever job that they do, you may like admire their stand, or their stand within the world, like their position. You think it's sexy. Okay. And you guys may be really even very spiritually connected, because what these two could also be together. All right, moving on. Talking about 7 minutes. Are you damn fun? Dizzy blood. And then for others of you, I hate to say that some of you may be faking the funk and acting as if a relationship is real love when it is not, and it's more about marketing schemes. And I just say that because that could be the secret about this. And I say it could be about marketing schemes and stuff, because then when I look along the lines of, this is more so towards like high profile people, if not so much celebrities, but yes, celebrities. And I say this because celebrities such as, like, I believe Kim Kardashian is a Libra, and Amber Rose is a Libra as well. So for stuff like that, I feel like the relationship may be based on marketing schemes and just getting them damn coins. The Pentacles is about coins, tangible earth signs, Capricorn, Libra, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, sorry. Not you, Libra, you the air sign. So yeah, this is not going to be for some of you, so don't shoot the messenger. Okay? And then one poem to those who aren't celebs and feel like they have to buy their lover. Okay? And then there also may be like the advice here. You guys have the Ace of Earth in reverse, and the Mother of Water. Water is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I don't know if you're dealing with one of them. Earth is Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. But both of these cards in reverse. What the message says to me, Libras, I feel like it's saying to be cautious of your spending, or like babyifying your lover. There may be an age difference, or if it's not an age difference, it's a difference in maturity level. So be careful in what you invest in, or how far you try and go to sell this relationship to people, while only while only making it really be a detriment to yourself, and you lying to your own heart, intuition, and your true core feelings. And that's a message for a very small select few of Libras. What the fuck? Small select few of Libras. And then for those of you who this message just tossed out to and has no meaning for, the message for you for these cards, the story is don't master clouded emotion. Like, keep your composure and don't be too pushy. And then for those of you who have that secret, don't bottle it up, or your emotions and waste away on something that is possibly a good connection with someone. Outcomes of those situations, you've got transformation in reverse, or the brother to the death card in traditional decks. Then you've got the Seven of Earth in reverse, And this deck is depicted as depletion. Then you've got the Ten of Fire or the Ten of Wands, which is oppression. Too much weight. So I feel like you guys may be still taking on that burden and not disclosing your true feelings. You may be scared of transformation or change because the transformation card in reverse. It means like scared of change or scared of death or scared of the inevitable. But death is inevitable, and it doesn't necessarily mean like an actual death. Let me actually, before I say that, let me look around for any other cards to see if I see anything about death. No, I don't think so. So yeah, moving along. So yeah, you're taking on that burden, and I feel like you're not disclosing your true feelings for those of you who are still hiding. Scared of transformation, scared to change, and scared to bear and show the real you, or maybe even scared to be alone for some of you. So you may just be taking someone's crap just for the sake of it and not being alone. And maybe you may be suffering in silence and feel like you have waited long enough to see some results or inclination that someone loves or cares for you. And I say waited long enough because the Seven of Earth speaks of like depletion or like planting things and planting seeds and waiting for it to harvest, waiting for it to crop. But the season is like it never comes and never blooms and never blossoms. That's for some of you Libras. So you've been waiting so long for some result or inclination that someone loves you or wants you just as much as you want them. And this is especially for those of you who are harboring your crush. So not so much on the ones who's established. In case you're like, well, my relationship is fine. So, you know, those are for the ones that has a crush. As the month progresses, though, it's like booyah, booyaka, booyaka, boom, shaka. It's like you guys got your air. You got the Eight of Earth here, which is inner order. And then the Ace of Air here as well. Okay, so what these are telling me together is that I feel like you may have gotten through to someone the importance of the inner workings of a relationship, and finally it may feel like you are both working hard, because this card is about working hard and diligence to keep it afloat, and you're doing it cohesively, and it feels like it's at its as a team. Sorry, I'm trying to hurry up. And there's clarity because the Ace of Air or the Ace of Swords is like piercing through the air, piercing through the clouds. There's clarity, good conversation, good communication skills. Libras, this is you anyways. You're an air sign and you're good with clarity and piercing through the veil and getting to the nitty gritty and talking your way out of things and negotiating and talking your way into somebody's bed or out in somebody's panties, or like you've got the goo la la, and that's to Gemini, Libras, and Aquarius. But these two together could also mean that you're forming some sort of concept, especially for those who I was talking about, the high profile ones who may be in a marketing relationship or a business relationship. You guys may have even reached a certain contract deals. Okay, for those of you who are higher up, you may have sold the perfect image to the masses. And then for others of you, this may feel like you're finally getting through to your stagnant lover, and you may even may even get engaged and take the relationship to the next level. Advice: 8 of water you got, 3 of water you got, 5 of stress you got in reverse. But the 5 of stress in reverse is actually a good thing, my G, because it means you're releasing the stress and it's removing it now, and it's no longer upright, it's reverse, and it's kind of vanishing and diminishing and dissolving. But then you got the 3 of water and the 8 of water. Now I'm a little bit in between minds of what these cards are trying to say to me, y'all, but I feel like you guys may be releasing stress and inner conflict and competition, which is what this bad boy is here, and focusing on finding your happiness and following a dream or a true dream come true, and looking for your 9 of Cups, which is the next card from this, which is a wish fulfillment and happiness. So you may have the urge to follow a dream or follow a goal. And for some of you, this may be done in unhealthy ways, such as overindulgence. And I say that because with these 2 cups here, it's kind of can portray or imitate overindulgence, whether it's to do with alcohol or drugs or weed or whatever is your vice, or whatever is your spouse's vice. If this isn't you, it's like some sort of a scapegoat to you trying to suppress or ignore something either you or they are burying, and others of you, you may be just celebrating. If there's no overindulgence, you may be just celebrating your time with the person you've got your eye on, who you finally are getting a little bit closer with at work, feeling a little bit more intimate, feeling a little bit more in the inner circle, and you may be letting it loose and letting it rip and going out and celebrating more together. Maybe not alone, but maybe with like the work celebration and parties from work. And then I feel like this is just symbolizing that you're dealing with a long-awaited or neglected dream with overindulgence or over partying, or for some of you overcompensating. And then the outcome, you've got the Three of Hearts in reverse, which is actually beautiful. Or the Three of Air, sorry. I'm just imagining in the traditional deck with a heart with swords going across it, with daggers to the heart, but in reverse it's like those swords are coming out and you're mending and healing your heart. So I feel like this is just simply stating that is that you're dealing with you're dealing with healing or loneliness. And I say this for some of you who are with or without a partner, because you can be still lonely and be with someone. But I feel like you're dealing with healing or loneliness the best way you know how, basically. And I say that because also this is in line with these cards are the explanation that I gave you for these. And then moving along, we've got even more victorious or projections of victory for some of you, I feel. You've got the Six of Fire here, and then you've got the Spiritual Warrior, or the Chariot is the brother to this card in the traditional other decks, or the sister, what have ya. Remember, this is general. Okay, these are both beautiful cards, like beautiful, like both success cards, both victory cards. So I feel like this is saying that you've hidden some sort of success or victory. Like these two cards here are like the best cards for that. Success or access is granted of some sort. I feel like you're withstanding within the community or within a society may have won people over for, especially for the high profile relationships I was talking about, and with those it's probably excuse me. You feel happy and proud where you are and where you and your love are right now, and how your relationship looks to other people. Like I feel like it's all about branding and saving face, and some of it may not be so genuine for some of you. I'm sorry to say, not to say you're not a genuine person, but you may just be doing an ingenuine thing right now. And hey, such is life. If you're trying to get them coins, who's gonna stop ya? So maybe you have to act like if this is not high profile, well, you can still be high profile but not celebrity. So if this is just for the ones who's not celebrities and just high profile, like maybe you like have to get in order to get a promotion, you have to have a spouse or a husband or a wife, them jobs like that, or you have to take the role of somebody, like you're more respected if you have a husband or a wife or someone standing by your side. That may be the case here for some of you, or it may be a smarter idea to join forces with someone at work so that you can seal some sort of deal or contracts. Okay. So yeah, your formula has worked. For those of you strategic ones, what you wanted and all your purpose is served. But then for others of you who is not so much into that kind of superficial stuff, you may be traveling or going on trips together or really solidifying a union to the next level. And that may simply be the reason why people are celebrating you of some sort. And then the advice here, you got the grandmother in this deck, or which is the Empress. Is often depicted as a Taurus card. So nurturing your loved one and them you, and a feeling of feeling loved and pampered and respected. This is definitely the birth of creativity, the birth of new projects, organizations within the community, exercising your creativity. And for some of you who are really in deep relationships, it may have been a long time coming that you feel this secure or loved. You may have, and then for others of you, you may have found a great new business partner, or for those that they had to cross, you may finally get it reciprocated in the outcome. Okay? Oops, daisy. And then in the elements outcome, you have you in your element. You've got the father of air. This can also be mother of air for the females, or transgender females, or however you identify yourself with. Father of Air in this deck is definitely depicted as someone who is very professional and has a very good with head and heart and very inspirational. So I feel like that is what your outcome is going to be. You may even receive something in work of some sort. How am I doing? 20 minutes. God. No, you don't need to read that. Okay, I'm reluctant. Now, let's see what the message is for Libras. What is the message in this reading for Libra Spirit? What is the message in this reading for Libras? Romantic. What is the message in this reading for Libras? Romance energy. What is the message you got for Libras? You see why I don't shuffle on camera, yeah? What is the message? Ooh, I don't know. That one. Okay, getting to know each other popped out. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Then let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So these two definitely affiliation with some of you guys with the messages for some of y'all in there. Now let's see what the oracle messages for y'all Libras this week. Oracles, what you got for Libras this week? Why? Reverse. I didn't like that one. I want another one. Libras, 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 Libras. Libras, 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 Libras. Libras, 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 Libras. I don't know if I quite like these ones. Whoa. It's not up to me. It's up to spirit, isn't it? Here we go. Why? 31. You received why. In reverse. Protection message, because it's in reverse. Sometimes subconsciously denying the truth may drive you toward a specific outcome that actually aligns with an intention hidden from your awareness. For example, you may want to be prominent in your profession, but your desire is not really about sharing your talents, but about making yourself feel better, because fame would cause people to admire and approve of you. Or you may want to unite with a partner who rejected you because you believe that your love continues to be strong, but deep down what you really desire is to have the last word with that person. Now is the time for deep soul searching of the why that drives your choices. What you uncover will set you free and bring you even closer to the happiness you see. Oh, that definitely ties in with some of you Libras that the messages for, whether you want to hear it or not, because it's kind of maybe something hard to swallow for some. But y'all tough. You Libras, you. Protection matches. Now is the time for a real change in consciousness as you are incited to revolt. Challenge the structures that are limiting authentic progress. It is not enough to rebel in small ways. This is a call for revolution. This is a revolution. Focus on what you really want to achieve, regardless of whether it feels so far outside the box that the established order may reject it. Genius, invention, and transformation are rarely comfortable and less likely to be accepted by the mainstream. It may be time for you to say no to the way of your group and take a stand and make real changes. It could be that the structure of your inner world is alerting you to the need for a complete overhaul. This is a time for transformation, so let go of the fear of change. Ooh, remember that was telling you scripture. Your intuition will lead you through the darkness. Ooh, we got the high priest. There is no turning back now. Trust that light will dawn. Epiphanies will surely lead to miracles. Boom, boom. Okay, let's get one more message. I've got a million accents, so I'm sorry. Or just an animated personality. And for those of you who can understand, I love you. Okay, Spirit, what is the message you got in there for Libra? What do you want the Libras to digest? Whoa. What's new, pussycat? Libras, this is what they want y'all pussycats to know. Oops, I'm gonna remember. What you think this means? Let me know in the comment sections. What you think this is telling y'all, Libras? What you think this is saying? Give me the spiritual meaning, Libras. Tell me what you think this is saying. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.